Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today we are tackling a massive headache for small and medium-sized business owners on meta platforms. We're talking about wasted effort. Our sources today have laid out a fantastic framework that is absolutely going to shift how you look at your market. We're diving deep into mastering competitive intelligence on Facebook and Instagram.
So let's just start with a really tough question right out of the gate. Are you just boosting posts blindly? Honestly, it's an incredibly common trap for micro, small, and medium enterprises. You know the drill. You put some money behind a post, cross your fingers, and just kinda hope the algorithm does the rest. But let's be real, it's a costly guessing game, and it completely drains your ad spend without giving you any real actionable strategy in return.
Well, if that sounds a little too familiar, the framework we're looking at today suggests you need to put a full stop to it right now. It is time for competitive intelligence. Now, I know that sounds like a super intimidating corporate buzzword, but looking at our sources, it's actually just a highly practical, step-by-step blueprint. It's all about systematically figuring out exactly what's working in your market so you can step up and do it even better.
Okay, here is our roadmap for today. We're going to demystify competitor analysis in 5 steps. Finding true competitors, decoding content and engagement, reverse engineering the posting calendar, uncovering ad strategies, and finally turning all of that intel into action.
Let's jump right into Section 1, Finding True Competitors, and narrowing our focus.
So this is the very first step of the practical activity from the workshop framework. And the absolutely crucial point here is starting with the exact right number. You really want to identify just 3 to 5 direct competitors. Seriously, don't pick 20 because that's just going to overwhelm you. And definitely don't pick just one because you won't be able to spot any real trends. You need a handful of businesses that share your exact category, services, and location.
To make this concrete, let's use the recurring case study from our sources. Imagine a beauty salon based in Colombo. If you're running this salon and you're targeting women aged 18 to 40 who are interested in hair and skincare, your 3 to 5 direct competitors are literally only other salons in Colombo chasing that exact same demographic. It is all about keeping your research hyper-relevant.
All right, moving right along to Section 2, Decoding Content and Engagement to figure out what the algorithm actually wants.
This brings us to the first 2 pillars of our competitive analysis, the content mix. When you're scrolling through the pages of those 3 to 5 competitors you picked, you need to start categorizing what they're actually posting. Is it educational content, like top 5 tips for healthy hair? Or is it promotional, like 20% off for new customers? Or maybe it's engagement content, like a quick poll asking, which hair color do you prefer? You want to uncover exactly how they're balancing these 3 pillars to keep their audience hooked. And while you're categorizing all that, pay super close attention to the format. Specifically, you got to look out for Reels. As our sources point out, Reels are just the meta algorithm's absolute favorite video format right now. They're a massive driver for organic reach, watch time, and overall growth. If your competitors are suddenly getting huge traction with Reels, well, that is a glaringly obvious signal of exactly what you need to be producing. Next up, you need to manually evaluate their engagement levels. Sure, look at the volume of shares, comments, and likes, but you really need to look deeper at the quality of that engagement. For instance, are they giving fast comment replies? The framework specifically notes that fast replies are a massive signal to the algorithm that a page is building a strong, active community, and that triggers even more organic reach. Also, while you obviously can't peek at their private backend analytics, you can definitely infer high watch times and saves just based on how useful and well-crafted their video content is. Okay, on to Section 3, Reverse Engineering the Calendar and Finding those golden content gaps. This right here is our third pillar of analysis, and it's where things get really fun and strategic. The guide highly recommends using tools like Meta Business Suite to plot out exactly when your competitors are posting, basically building out a benchmark calendar. So say they push out educational tips on Mondays, drop Reels for massive reach on Wednesdays, and then save their promotional discounts for Sundays. By mapping that out, you see their peak activity days. But actually, scratch that. The more important thing is that you find the gaps. If they are literally dead silent on Fridays, well, guess what? That might just be your absolute prime window to jump in and stand out. Which brings us to Section 4, Uncovering Ad Strategies, the real secret sauce. This fourth pillar is all about looking at how your rivals are actively paying to reach new customers, utilizing tools like the page transparency section on Facebook. The key here is identifying their underlying campaign objectives. Take a close look at the call to action buttons on their active ads. If they're just showing off the vibe of their salon, it's probably top of funnel awareness. But if that button screams WhatsApp, call now or book now, you know for sure they are running campaigns for traffic or direct sales. They are actively trying to push customers down a very specific stage of the funnel. The workshop actually breaks down the anatomy of a successful competitor ad caption into this brilliant three-part formula. Check this out. Step 1, the hook. Tired of frizzy hair? Bam, relatable problem. Step 2, the value. Our protein treatment lasts 6 months. That's the solution. And step 3, the call to action. Message us to book. When you are out there analyzing their ads, you need to see if they are using this exact proven hook, value, and CTA structure.
Finally, Section 5, turning intel into action and building out your master plan.
So we've gathered all these incredible observations, right? But how do we actually apply them? The sources draw a really stark contrast for us here. You have the amateur strategy, which is that costly guessing game we talked about earlier, blind boosting, poor design, zero clear branding, but applying your new analysis unlocks the pro strategy. This means using clean, professional Canva designs, running highly targeted ads based on real competitive intel, and sticking to a rock-solid content calendar. Your ultimate goal today is to migrate your business entirely away from that amateur side and firmly into the pro strategy.
But wait, the workshop guide drops a massive warning here that we absolutely have to talk about. Quote, avoid common mistakes. Do not just copy them. This is so important. You aren't gathering all this intel just to steal their identity or clone their page. You're doing it to fully understand the landscape. Your goal is to build a unique presence that creates real strategic value for your specific business, while totally dodging the blind spots and pitfalls your competitors are falling into.
And that brings us to the end of our explainer. We've walked through the entire roadmap. So now that you have the exact blueprint to uncover your competitors' strategies, which of the 4 pillars, content types, engagement levels, posting frequency, or ad strategies, are you going to analyze first today? Let that question guide your next move. Get out there, start analyzing, and I will see you in the next explainer.